This is Tom Doody, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Doody in a Google search for my site. This is part 2 in my personal efforts to study Google Search Console, formerly Google Webmaster Tools, in an effort to make my stuff easier to find on Google. I've Barath, Tom Doody. Hello. Yeah, Tom Doody.
Hello, Tom Doody. Niaz speaking. How are you doing?
Oh, Niaz. I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah. Hey, I'm doing good. I have Bharat with me. Just completed the dinner and thought of talking to you probably because we are about to talk to client tomorrow. So how are you doing now? Are you free? So can Tom?
Yes.
Yeah, are you free now? Is this the right time we can talk?
Your timing is perfect.
Oh, great. Okay. So, I saw your email regarding the registration. So, like, how are we going to set up further? And we thought of just discussing that and a few things that we need to talk to the client tomorrow. So, we're just planning to, clearly, especially at the top, like, probably in the next, Monday, I believe, we're going to talk to the client. So, are you ready to talk to client, Tom? Because, initially I'll be talking to her with your tax IDs and other information that how we're going to set up further. And then probably the second call would be with you. It might be a conference or it may be like, you should be talking in person to her. I'll be initiating the call anyways.
Yeah, I just, the word you're using to describe me, consultant, is appropriate. Consultant is very broad.
Yeah.
If you could, try to be sure it includes, the business consultant, the business registration, the banking, the taxes. These are the kinds of things that I'm in a position to consult, advise your business. What I should not be explained to do is the service. Niaz, very simply, I don't understand medical billing well enough to do any good for your business.
Okay.
So in the area of business legitimacy, registration, license, federal registration, both federal and state, and and just credibility for you and Bharath as determined business people, I can speak of those things. But as long as she doesn't expect me to be any kind of expert on medical billing, then I'm fine.
Yeah, I understand, Tom. I know that you're not that perfect in medical billing because you will be knowing how we tackle and the situations and other stuff. So probably what we expect is, I just spoke to Bharat and he confirmed me that we can have the position of consultant and as well as a guy who is there for us for unclear billing solution. I even gonna tell her that we are ready to set up registration and other stuff and it's process. Probably I'm going to approach her based on the information that you have provided me. Like the registration. The registered mailbox and the tax ID and the banking structures and other stuff. Probably I'm gonna see like what her output on it.
Okay. So you're Niaz.
Yep.
I haven't heard you say it yet, but you understand that in order to register auxiliary billing solutions, I need $125.
Yeah, I saw your email, Tom, and I even discussed with Bharat. And so is this a fee that you are incurring to us?
That's my fee to you is zero.
Okay, okay,
This fee is to be paid to the state of New York.
okay. Tom, I understand. So are we going to pay this before we decide the name of company? Because you told that initially the name will be selected and then probably we'll be going further, right?
Well, if you, the answer is yes. You will. It is an application fee. So
Okay,
you
okay.
you you are paying to register auxiliary billing solutions, but if some reason they don't have it, we will be given the alternative that they can refund the money, but they're going to provide alternatives, and I don't even want to talk about refunding the money as a possibility. Even though you could do it, it would be silly. It would be there will be. You're just talking about the name of a company, and as long as you get something close to your first choice, and it represents something that a business that could be doing medical billing, then it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, it will be an opportunity for you if the first suggestion does get rejected. It will be an opportunity for you to get a refund. However, I would not advise you to do that. You choose an alternative and you go ahead.
Okay.
Now, getting me the 125, you can pay it to my State Bank of India account, or you can, if the call with the new client goes properly,
Mm-hmm.
and you can generate the $125 with money from the first client paying to Easy Tech Masters, then I can
Yeah,
use that
yeah.
money.
Yeah, because we right now we are trying to generate some money, to generate some revenue from the first initial client, and there are a lot of things where we're gonna spend in the future. So we started creating websites, and probably I'll be shooting an email with the website name, and probably another 3 or 4 hours the website will be more appropriately published in the internet. So the work is getting processed, and I'm trying to generate some money where I can really incur some spend the registration, other stuff, and everything. Because the registration is going to take some time, isn't it?
Yeah, the registration will take about a month.
Yeah. So probably what I think is tomorrow we'll go ahead and talk to the client. I'll initiate the call, and then probably I can join you, or you can talk to her in person. The thing that I want from you is give her confidence that you are in auxiliary billing solution, and you are in New Jersey. You are on behalf of Niaz and Bharat and everything. So you gotta give her confidence in that aspect. So more probably, I'll be giving more confidence to her with regards to the work and the banking structures, and I'll give a complete information to her, and I just need your authentication to be provided to her. That's it.
Yeah, happily.
What is
Now,
it,
you,
Tom?
Niaz, tomorrow's a
Yeah.
U.S. holiday.
Oh, yeah, right. That's fine. I'm going to talk to her in mobile, so probably she will be available. If she is not available tomorrow, probably we can even schedule a call on Tuesday.
Right, right.
It's
Okay.
not a problem anyway.
So if I think it's highly unlikely that she's available tomorrow, however, I am. So
Mm-hmm.
if you do want me to talk to her and she's willing, I'm happy to talk to her tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So probably after my call, you should be getting a call, or we may join you on conference. As what is your role on it, and how are we going to tackle, and other stuff. We might be discussing all this stuff.
Okay, sounds good.
So I just want to make you alert on certain things. Like how we're gonna speak to her, and make sure everything is on track.
Okay.
What do you say, Tom?
Yeah, it sounds good. I think your approach is great. I'm encouraged.
Okay, great.
So
Great.
Niaz,
So,
I just want to ask you directly, though. I want to be sure I'm hearing you correctly. Your first choice is to have the first client, pay you as Easy Tech Masters.
right.
Yeah.
We're gonna arrange some ways that we're gonna get paid. With that, probably we can initiate a lot of things that we're gonna incur in the first month. Because we even have some facilitates to be incurred here. The web photos and the web designing and the company registration in India, and as well as in New York, as you said, the $125, and there are a lot of things. So we are trying to generate some revenue out of it, and probably the first month is going to be us spending things.
Right, right. So good. I think that's a good approach, and I have reason to believe your client will accept.
Yeah, right. And also, we are just trying to create an agreement with you here, and like we spoke another day, the 10% of the invoice. Maybe I and Bharat started working on that agreement, and we probably will be forwarding it to you.
Yeah.
And what is the agreement between you and us? Because there should be a written agreement, isn't it?
Written agreement, as far as I'm concerned, is optional. I will be, you write it and it's fair. I will be happy to sign it.
Okay. That's what we expect here as well. So, there will be a master level agreement that we both, you and I and Bharat will be signing out of it.
So, Niaz, just let me give you my reaction to a written agreement. The fundamental things that need to be considered in what you and I are talking about. I'm not investing any money up front. I mean, not even $100. So, what do I have to risk? I have to risk my time. So I'm willing to risk my time without also protecting it with a written agreement. If I were investing something more significant that I was unwilling to lose, then I would be, very interested in a written agreement. Now, the things that we should be aware of is whenever business comes together, someone should be considering what it means when it comes apart. So the first thing I want you to know is that I will be transferring you money regularly. So I will not be accumulating any money. You will be paying your taxes yourself. So they're really, the agreements are to cover, when one party has a lot of the other party's stuff. And in our deal, that's really not going to happen. The one part that I really think, and by the way, the banking, when I do get banking, and when you bank as Easy Tech Masters, right now I have a second signer on the account who is Adam Strom. That bank is at Capital One. Very soon, the bank account will move to Bank of America, and I have plans to have my wife as a second signer. So in no circumstances will I have your money in a bank account with only one person having access. Okay, so that's one of those if Tom were to die kind of things. So written agreement or no written agreement, I will have that stipulation in place, and I'm never going to have much of your money at any time. I mean, maybe a week of money I will have at a time, but no more than that. So on the account of a catastrophic, your business partner, U.S., dies, that money will still be dispersed. So, but that is something you can cover in the written, as long as you're taking the time to put it in the written agreement, that can be there. And Niaz and Bharat, I think the most important thing, if I were to look at this deal from your side, remember, this is your business plan. This is your business name. You guys are the experts, okay? So because of the international arrangement, I am registering the name. Officially, this company is mine.
Okay.
Okay, and that's wrong because the company is not mine.
Mm-hmm.
So if I became greedy and embittered someday, I could say the company's mine, and then you would have to sue me to get it from me. So you put something in your agreement to protect yourself from that, and I will sign it happily. I am not going to leverage. Under no circumstance would I mean, it's a personal choice. I would not leverage the advantage I have by registering this company to somehow make your company mine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you could put words in there. Tom has agreed to, provided the business is successful, and as soon as you or Bharat or both of you can come to the U.S., I will agreeably, I mean, there will probably be some expenses that'll have to be paid, but at no extraordinary expenses, you will never have to buy the company from me. It is your company. Okay, so I will sign it over. You will become officers of the company. The only reason that I'm going to be the formal owner of your company is because you don't have the time and the money to come here and register yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So provided you have the time and money to register your business yourself, then you're going to want to get your Indian asses on a plane and get over here, and I'm going to sign the business. I'm going to sign you into the business. I mean, I'm not going to, a successful business, I would be foolish to take my name off of the corporate, so I wouldn't do that, but we would be owners of the business together. Okay, so your agreement, if I were writing it, I would write something to say that I agree to that, and I will sign that without hesitation. I'm not going to get a lawyer. I'm not going to get anything.
Tom, I have a plan. Can you arrange that agreement? Can you arrange that agreement where I and Bharat can sign it on?
No, I'm going to do this verbally. I don't have any reason to write an agreement. No, so you either go ahead. I'm comfortable going ahead verbally with a verbal agreement.
Okay.
We could exchange emails. I could, but to write an agreement and get a lawyer to review it and have you sign it, that's more trouble that's more time than I'm gonna spend.
So it's not gonna be probably you can shoot and leave it to me, what are the points that we need on the agreement.
Now, I would be happy. Now, what I just said, I would be happy to explain that this. I would be happy to put in writing what I just said. That the company is yours. I'm the formal owner of the company only for circumstances. I'm not the legitimate owner of the company. You are. You and Bharat are.
Right. So you can give us some points that you really need to be added in the agreement. So probably we and Bharat can look into it, and probably we can add it to the agreement, and probably I can sign and send it to you, and then you can sign it, and we can have that as a structure of the company and have it going on.
Okay. All right. That sounds good.
Okay. So the next thing what I thought of discussing is if you could provide me the bank details and the tax ID information and the I pull up the billing address. So what should be as a billing address? Because I'm going to send her an email stating that we're going to have a call on Monday or Tuesday. So these are the information that currently we have, and we are about to register the company in the next upcoming days, and it's another process. So is there any possible that you could possible that you could shoot an email with the information?
Yeah,
I can forward her.
I'm at risk of forgetting, so I'll do it right now. Hang on a minute. Niaz, go to the first part of it, the billing address you can get from easytechmasters.com.
Right, I took
All right, so there's
So,
your billing address, and now
okay.
the tax ID and
Registered
the
address.
but the banking's going to change. The banking's going to change very soon. So no, I can't give you those numbers. On Tuesday, I plan to move the money of Easy Tech Masters from Capital One to Bank of America.
Okay.
Okay, so I could give you the banking right now, but it's going to change very soon.
Okay, we can even mention that in the email that we'll be probably updating that when the invoice gets raised to her.
Now, if she wanted to pay by credit or debit card, then she can pay on the Easy Tech Masters website, and that does not change.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, I'm going to be making a change behind the scenes, but the merchant processing will be unchanged. So that payment gateway will be opened behind the scenes. The bank account will be changing, but the payment gateway itself will be unchanged.
Okay. So even if she's gonna pay us through a paper check, that will take like 20 to 25 days. So do you think in 25 days the registration process will be over and we can start up the banking, bank account so we can deposit over there?
Maybe is the answer. Yes, maybe is the answer.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just thinking of everything like how the money gonna get transferred. So I understand that you're gonna transfer me the complete amount and like how we gonna plan it out. So so I really wanna. I'm desperate to provide her the information that we have accumulated as of now, like the registered PO box and the mail, that UPSC information and the tax ID information and the billing address and the registration information of depth of release as is the parent company, and we're gonna register the company underneath to it.
Right.
So, so I'm gonna make sure that everything is fine with her, and then we should be, we're gonna start the process very quickly as well. So as soon as, because this particular client we already spoke, and she was desperately needed a tax ID to do a business. So as soon as we give up all the information, the process is gonna get released to us, and we're gonna start it very quickly. As it's gonna take like a day or two to we are already set up the process and we have all resources on track. So everything is fine. So the thing is the confirmation, and I'm gonna send her an email. Then probably we'll be having a call along with you, and then the process going to set up.
Right.
That's how I am gonna have planned it.
Now, it just occurred to me that you should, even though I don't have the banking done, you should for this conversation, even though you won't have the banking for Easy Tech Masters, the routing and the account number, you should have the tax ID number.
Right.
So I'm going to give that to you now. I'm going to give that to you now, Niaz.
Tom, can you email us, because we are outside and I really do not have a type right now.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm gonna send it to you on something. So just but my point is, let me do it now so I don't forget.
Okay.
So because I thought I had given this to you.
Right. I'm just thinking that everything that comes from you through emails would be appropriate.
Okay, I've got it right here. Just a moment, Niaz.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Niaz.
Yeah.
It's I sent it. I sent it to your Gmail account.
Oh, great. So, can you just list down me like what are the information that you have provided to me right now, Tom?
Well, you're with the Easy Tech Masters website. You have everything you need.
Right. I have billing address and the tax ID. Probably I be getting from Facebook. And no, I'm just thinking like if you could forward me an email with the information, that would be structured and the email conversation would be fine, I believe. So just.
But Niaz, I just sent you the email. I just sent you the email.
Oh.
I sent you the tax ID.
Okay. So, is that the UPSC information that you have provided? Is that along with it?
With say it again.
The post office box, and then the registered PO box, the registered mailbox.
No. That's on the Easy Tech website.
Okay.
You can get that yourself, Niaz. EasyTechMasters.com. Click on Contact Us.
Okay.
That is your that will be your mailing address. Even when we get Auxiliary Billing Solutions registered, you'll have the same mailing address.
Okay, got you. So the banking information, are you going to forward me, Tom?
Yeah, I should have that on Tuesday.
Okay. So that's going to get changed on Bank of America, isn't it?
Yeah, right now Easy Tech Master is at
Capital One.
Easy Tech Masters at Capital One. It's moving to Bank of America.
Is there any reason that you're moving, Tom?
Yes, there is. It's money. It's fees. It's going to allow Easy Tech Masters is not Easy Tech Masters is not making enough money, and because we can't keep the bank account balance high enough, the Capital One is going to charge us fees.
Oh, okay.
So because the merchant processing is at Bank of America, they give us a free bank account. So I got to move it to Bank of America.
Okay, got you.
Now I will still be sending the money to India via State Bank of India, because State Bank of India is free.
Right.
But their accounts are not free. I'd have to keep $5,000 at State Bank of India in order to get a free account. Otherwise, it's $10 a month.
Oh, okay.
So Bank of America is free. I don't even have a minimum balance. It's all because of the merchant processing.
Okay.
By the way, your bank account will not be free. Just because Easy Tech Masters is free doesn't mean your account will be free. Okay, so that's, there will, if you're not, we're going to have to talk about that, because there's going to be some, if you get started and then stop like Easy Tech Masters did, well, then you have a bank account and you're going to have to make a decision, because if for some reason you stop, you get your first client, you make some money, and then you lose the first client, and now you've got a period with no income. I'm going to have to close that bank account and send you the money to avoid paying banking fees, and then we'll just reopen if you restart.
Okay, got you. No problem. Okay, Tom. Let me just check the email and get back to you. Like if I need further information, I can really touch base with you. So, will you be available in the next 2 hours?
Yes. Yes, I'm very available today for at least 2 hours.
Okay, that's good. Oh, sure. That's fine. So probably I can look at the email and get back to you. by next 2 hours. So I'm right now away from my desk, and I'm just away from my home as well. So,
Okay.
I'll give you a call back probably from my mobile. So I'm talking from Bharat mobile.
Oh, I noticed that. The call, I wondered if my directory, if I had made a mistake. I noticed it said Bharat.
Okay. Fine. Okay, Tom. Let me just take the email and get back to you.
All right. All right. Thanks for calling, Niaz. I'm glad to talk to you.
Oh, great. No problem.
All right. Now, Niaz.
Yeah.
There's a Japanese word. It's yoroshiku. Yoroshiku means say hello to. You know how we say that in English? Give my regards to, say hello to. Well, in Japanese, it's yoroshiku. So I would say yoroshiku Bharat. Ciao, amigos.
So what is that amigo, buddy? Amigo.
Amigo. That's a Spanish word for friend.
Oh. I started using that here.
Yeah, good. It's a great word. It's the English, Spanish, and Mandarin Chinese. English, Spanish, Mandarin Chinese. Those are the 3 top languages in the world. The more adults want to learn those 3 languages than any others. So amigo is a universally great word.
Okay.
And it's gender specific, so you have amigos and amigas.
Oh, great. So, just shoot some words like that. I can probably use here, and I can desperately, get these words used here.
Okay, all right, very good. All right, Niaz.
I'm so interested towards it.
All right, you take care. Ciao.
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 Okay, amigos.
Adios.
Take care of yourself.
Adios, amigos.
Okay, we're all right. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yep. Adios. Ciao. All right, I am still in. That was a call of 2 men in Chennai, India. It's late, middle of the night in Chennai. I think. Time in India. India is all one time zone. Yeah, it's 2:15 in the morning, and it's also 2:15 in the morning. It's Sunday morning. No, today's Sunday. It's Monday morning. It's Monday morning, 2:15 a.m. Monday morning. I don't know why those guys are up. Continuing my Google search console. You've recently made changes to a URL. Your site can update your web page in Google search with a submit to index function of the fetch as Google tool. The function allows you to ask Google to crawl and index your URL. Before you submit a URL, you might want to fetch and render it first to diagnose and debug any crawling or rendering errors with the page. Once fetch, as Google finishes processing your fetch, you can click submit to index to notify Google that your URL is ready to be recrawled. Note this function appears only if your fetch meets these criteria. Your fetch must have a complete, partial, or redirect fetch status. Your fetch must use the desktop or mobile smartphone Google bot type. Your fetch cannot be more than 4 hours old. Google crawls the indexes, the URL content as it is. After you click submit, if you change the content of your URL that has a pending submit request, your recrawling results can differ from your current fetch as Google results. Also, since Google recrawls your page after you submit it, it doesn't matter if the URL you submit was fetched with fetch as Google or with or without rendering. Start the submit process by clicking Submit to Index to open the dialog in which you request for Google to recrawl and re-index your URL by the following steps below. Ask Google to crawl and index your URL. Click Submit to Index. Shown next the status of a recent successful fetch in Fetches table. Submit up to 500 individual URLs per month in this way. Select Crawl this URL and its direct links to submit the URL, as well as other pages that URL links for recrawling. You can submit up to 10 requests of this kind per month. Click Submit or let Google know that your request is ready to be processed. Click Submit to let Google know that your request is ready to be processed. Once you submit your URL, you might need to wait some time for Google to process your request, as well as crawl and index the page. Also, understand that we can't guarantee that Google will index your changes, as Google relies on complex algorithms to update indexed materials. Index Status Report. The Index Status Report provides data about the URL that Google tried to index in the current property for the past year. More information about how Google crawls and indexes the web. Open the Index Status Report. What's in the Index Status Report? The basic view of data shows only the total index value. The index view shows additional data. Total index URLs in your site shows total URLs available to appear in search results, along with other URLs Google might discover by any means. This number changes over time as you add or remove pages. The number of indexes in a URL is almost always significantly smaller than the number of crawled URLs, because total indexed excludes URLs identified as duplicates and non-canonical, or those that contain a meta no index tag. URLs blocked by robots.txt. The total number of URLs disallowed by crawling by your robot.txt file in your site is very big. You might want to hide other data so that the graph is scaled to a readable size. URLs moved. The number of URLs you have removed, URLs removed. The number of URLs you have removed with your URL remove tool. Again, the value should be quite low in comparison to the other URLs in this report, so it's easy to view the selection by itself rather than in comparison with other URLs. How it uses the site index report. Look for a steady rise in the graph. A steady increase in the number of crawled and indexed pages indicates that Google can regularly access your content and your site is being indexed. Check into sudden drops. If you see a sudden drop in the node of index pages, it might mean your server is down or overloaded, or that Google is having trouble accessing your content. Make note of unusually high of index volume for your site. A high number of URLs could mean that your site has problems with canonicalization, duplicate content, or automatically generated pages, or that it has been hacked. In many cases, Google will send you a message when we detect problems with your site. So make sure to set your notification preferences. Review sudden changes. Spikes or dips appears in several charts can indicate problems with your site configuration, redirects, or security, your site's index status, and Google search features. Sometimes your data will show in index status. It's not fully reflected in Google search results. In some cases, Google may apply filters while building search results, and these filters can affect which results are shown in search. Filters include removal of pages due to legal reasons or by webmaster results, results from websites that we think are currently available, and results removed due to manual spam action. God. Since these filters are usually applied due to temporary urgent issues or requested by mistake, Google may in some cases retain the pages in our index for a period of time to help websites recovery quickly after the issue fixed, for example, after a site becomes available again. Check your Google index status. You can use special searches to see sample results that indicate how your site is indexed by Google. To see a full list of these, use info operator like this, info:google.com. See below for more details on each search type. See index pages on your site. Use the site operator like this, site:google.com. Do not use a space between the operator and the URL. You can perform the search on a whole domain or limit it to certain subdomain or subdirectory. For example, site:google.com webmasters. To exclude pages from your search, use a minus sign before the operator. For example, the search site :google.com, site adwords.google.com gives you all the index pages on the google.com domain without the page from AdWords google.com. If you do a site search for the page that is redirected, you'll see the redirect URL in the results for this normally. For example, say that www.example.com has been redirected to redirect example.com. Doing a search for example.com will return results for redirect example.com. Redirects don't affect your page rankings. See pages that link to your site's homepage. Use link google.com. You can use link google.com or link www.google.com. But the first search will return more complete results. You can always search for links to specific pages or directories. Link google.com webmasters. See Google cache of your site. Use the cache operator to see an archived copy of a page indexed by Google. For example, cache, google.com, displays the last indexed version of Google homepage along with information about the data cache was created. You can also view a plain text version of the page. This is useful because it shows how Googlebot sees the page. If you don't want searchers to be able to access the cache version of your page, use the non-archive meta tag like this. Meta name equals robots, content equals no archive. The page will still be crawled by indexed by Google, but users will not see a cache link in the search results. See pages that are similar to your site. The related operator displays websites similar to the site you are looking for. It returns the same results as clicking similar pages next to a result on the search results page. This search is like searching a bookstore to find books similar to the Harry Potter novel. The results could include other children's books, biography of J.K. Rowling, or non-fiction books on children's literature. In general, use the operators to find resources that overlap. You get the best and most useful resources if you use the site that covers a broad range of content. Google uses several factors to determine the similarity of different sites. However, the quality of this site returned has no impact on your rankings of how Google indexed the site. Reconsider request. What is a reconsideration request? A reconsideration request to have Google review your site after you fix problems. Identifying manual action notification. To learn more about manual actions and reasons why your site might receive one, read our article on manual actions. Submit a reconsideration request. Please follow the steps below to help get started. Sign into Search Console account. Verify all versions of your site to ensure that you have complete and accurate data. Visit the manual actions section and see if Google has taken any actions on your site. Fix issues on your site and describe by the manual action. Review security issues in Search Console or other possible issues with your site. Click on Request a Review to ask Google to reconsider your site. The reconsideration process explained. The reconsideration process starts from the time you receive a manual action notice until the point Google determines whether or not you've addressed the problems identified in your site. The general process is as follows. You receive a manual action notice and fix the issues mentioned. The document your reconsideration request. See documentation tips below. Your address any additional issues. See common mistakes below. You submit the reconsideration request in Search Console. You receive an acknowledgement from Google. It may take a few days for your request to be processed. Your request is either rejected or approved. If your request is approved, the manual action will be removed from your site. If your request is rejected, be sure to review common reconsideration pitfalls before filing another reconsideration request. Reconsideration requests are handled by real people, so good documentation helps the reviewer better understand the steps you've taken to address the manual action. A good consideration request does three things. Explains the exact quality issue on your site, describes the steps you've taken to fix the issue, documents the outcome of your efforts. You can also link to documents that describe your cleanup efforts. The following tips to describe how to document actions, specific penalties. Manipulation of backlinks. Provide the list of links you have taken action on. You should make good faith effort to remove backlinks before using a disavow tool. It can also be helpful to document the effort involved in removing those links. Simply disavowing all backlinks will allow attempt to remove them, might lead to rejection of your request. Selling links on your site. Provide examples of pages where you add no-follow attributes to the violating links, or remove the links altogether. When you receive examples of violating links, make sure you can extrapolate the information to fix similar links on your site. Think thin or scrapped content. Provide examples on how bad content removed and good content you added. Purchase domains. If you recently purchased a domain that you think it has violated our guidelines before you owned it, use a reconsideration request form to let us know that you recently acquired the site and that it now adheres to the guidelines. Common reconsideration pitfalls. These are some of the most common mistakes we've seen when Webmaster files a reconsideration request. Review this list to make sure that you don't make similar mistakes with your reconsideration request. Not using disavow correctly. We often see disavow tool used incorrectly to see the following things in mind when using the tool. If you can get a backlink removed, make a good faith effort to remove the first link. Blindly adding all backlinks to the disavow file are not considered a good faith effort and will not be enough to make your reconsideration request successful. For multiple links from the same domain to your site, use the domain operator in the disavow for convenience. Make sure that you don't disavow organic links to your site. Not using fetch as Google while cleaning hacked content. We often see cloaked content when the site has been hacked, meaning that Google crawlers see different content than what's being shown to you and your visitors. One way to see whether or not your site has been exploited in this way is to use Fetch as Google feature in the Search Console to see the same content that Google crawlers see. We unfortunately have to reject many reconsideration requests because the underlying compromise of the website hasn't been fixed, which means that we see spammy content when we crawl the page. Read more about cloaking and sneaky redirects. Submitting reconsideration requests for empty sites. In general, you should only submit your reconsideration request after the site has been real content and people are searching for it. The following are examples of sites that are not ready to be considered blank sites. Many pages that have little or no content. Park domains. Domains that have no actual content but simply act as a placeholder. Inaccessible sites due to errors such as servers. Read our Crawl Errors article for more information. Ensure you're not violating any of the quality guidelines before submitting a reconsideration request. If you consider your reconsideration request is successful, spend time understanding the manual action and fixing the issues before submitting another reconsideration request. If you need help with your reconsideration request, post a question on our Webmaster Help forum. Site links. The links shown below Some of Google's search links, called site links, are meant to help users navigate your site. Our systems analyze and link structure of your site, find shortcuts that will have users time and allow them to quickly find information they're looking for. One, the main search result. Two, site links. We only show site links for results when we think they're useful for the user. The structure of your site doesn't allow our algorithms to find good site links. We don't think that the site links for your site are relevant for users' query. We won't show them. At the moment, site links are automated. We're always working to improve our site links algorithms, and it may incorporate webmaster input in the future. There are best practices you can follow. However, to improve the quality of your site links, for example, for your site's internal links, make sure you use anchor text and text that's innovative, compact, and avoid repetition. If you think that a site link URL is inappropriate or incorrect, you can demote it. Demoting a URL for your site link tells Google that you don't consider the URL a good site link candidate for a specific page on your site. Google doesn't guarantee that demoted URLs will never appear as a site link, but we do consider demotion a strong hint that we'll try to honor when generating site links. Demote a site link URL. On the Search Console homepage, click the site link you want. Under Search Appearance, click Site Links. For this search result, complete URL, you don't want a specific site link URL to appear. How to find the right URL. In the Demote the Site Link URL box, complete the URL of the site link you want to demote. Once you demote or undemote a site link, you can take some time for search results to reflect your changes. You can demote up to 100 URLs, and demotions are effective for 90 days from your most recent visit to the site links page search. Publish or unpublish a page set. Publishing a page set includes data highlighter to make the data available to Google. The next time Google crawls the page, the structured data in your page will display on the structured data link. It might take some time for the data to appear as rich snippets in the Google Knowledge Graph or in other Google products. If rich snippets aren't appealing to your site, see possible reasons why. Page sets with only one page are automatically published when you create them. You can publish page sets with multiple pages immediately after creating, or you can wait until you are ready. Publish a page set at View the Page Sets Publish page. On Webmaster Tools homepage, click the site. On the dashboard, click Search Appearance. Click Data Highlighter. Click the name of the page set. Click Publish. Unpublish a page. Sets instructs Google to ignore the data exactly by Data Highlighter. And the next time Google crawls your page on your site, you can republish a page set later. Unpublish a page set. View a page set. On Webmaster Tools homepage, click the site. On the dashboard, click Search Appearance. On Data, and click Data Highlighter. Click the name of the page set. Click Unpublish. Whew! And that is the end, of Google Search Console. That is 21 pages of text in Google Docs. This has been Tom Doody, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Doody in a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao.